Hey girl, hey, it's your favorite girl, that mom who cleans, and I am back with another video. Now, y'all, I know it's been a minute. I hope you guys miss me. I missed y'all. It's so much stuff that I need to put y'all onto. A lot of things been happening, a lot of hardships, a lot of change, but you know, your girl is still here, still standing. Now, for those of you guys that are new, my name is Jolene and I am a now 28. I am a Scorpio. Woohoo, November 4th. Happy belated birthday to me. But I am a stay-at-home mom of two boys, and I am also a military wife that is currently separated and or might be going through a divorce. We don't really know. So anyway, as you can see, this video today will be, honestly, it's going to be a short one in terms of how many rooms I hit. I'm only going to be doing decluttering, folding, laundry motivation, and cleaning my bedroom, bathroom, and closet. So today's video is a little bit different than my normal because it has a lot of decluttering and rearranging of clothes. Not so much of all of the other stuff that I incorporate. So hopefully you guys stick around because, as you know, your views is the most important way that you guys can subscribe and support me, by subscribing and by viewing my videos all the way until the end. So now, y'all, let's get to the tea. Like, let's just get straight into it. Why is your girl, might be going through a divorce? Well, guys, man, I don't even know what to say. Like, I eventually want to do a sit down video talking about this, but shit is hard, guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I acknowledge my faults into my marriage and I acknowledge the things that I've done wrong and etc etc, but at the same time it takes two to make it. And if the second person does not want to keep trying anymore, like, what do you do? Like, what do you do? I am and was currently fighting for my marriage, but it looks like things are headed towards the divorce route. And guys, it really is an unfortunate situation. I've only been married 3 years. My oldest boy is 3. We started having kids right after marriage. And honestly, sometimes I kind of feel like that's a little factor that played into this whole situation, because of the fact that, we just jumped right into having kids and things of that nature. But I don't know, y'all. Like, I'm trying. Homie don't want it, so if you don't want it, bro, then I gotta focus on myself and get myself together. So guys, bear with me because, like I said, this is a day-to-day process. I don't even know what's really happening. I might be moving, downsizing to a one-bedroom apartment so we can co-parent. I might be staying in this apartment. Like, I really do not know because things are developing every single day. Every single day they're developing. But I do thank y'all in advance for being here for me and through me throughout this process. I'm going to try to be as transparent as I can. Excuse that jet that's flying over me. But I'm going to try to be as transparent as I can. Damn, jet. And and try to share as much as I'm comfortable with sharing until things are finalized or whatever the case may be. So now, real quick, let me get into what I am doing here. So I am folding all of the clothes. At this point, it was about, I think, like a few days since I had came from my California trip. And y'all, I came home to nothing done. Everything was upside the fuck down. It took me literally like 2 weeks to get my house sort of in order. So the kids, dad took the kids' room for himself, and the kids are currently in my room. So because they are in my room, I had asked dad to remove all of his clothes from our bedroom and replace it with the children's clothes. Because I don't, like, if we're not really fucking with each other right now, why do I need to be all in your room looking for their clothes? You get what I'm saying? So because everything was already dirty to begin with and everything had to be transferred from one room to another, That's kind of what I'm doing here. I spent the first few days of me coming home from my trip doing the laundry, and now I'm just really executing it. So as you can see, that one little couch that's missing, all of that is my clothes that I ended up not folding. I really was just focusing on the kids to stay because I was winded. I wasn't trying to do too much, even though I ended up doing the most, as always. But y'all know how it goes. So the ones that's on the couch where that cushion is missing is my clothes that I did not touch. The blue hamper on the bottom is both of the clothes for the boys that I had already folded. Behind to the right on top of my head usually is their towels and their heavy sweaters. To the left on top of my head is usually their PJs, their blankies, and outside sweaters for the second kid, things of that nature. So I usually have a lot of like categories when I'm doing laundry, which is why it always looks so hectic, but it's an organized mess, like I promise you, because everybody have like their own little system. And this is kind of my system, I have little spots where I put everything, and then at the end I put everything together, so that way when I'm putting it away, it's much easier for me. So that's what I am doing here. Now the boys were home from school this day. I remember this day specifically. And y'all, when I said I was going crazy, I was going crazy. Because one, like they missed me, so they wanted to be all up on me. Two, I was extremely tired and winded. I needed to rest from coming home from the hospital. Couldn't do that. Stressed out with a lot on my mind with this separation slash divorce. Like a lot is going on, a lot's going on. So I low-key feel bad looking back at the footage of this day because of how I was, but for the most part, we got through it. So now I'm just taking the kids' clothes and I'm putting them in a basket so I can transfer it to my room, because that's the second batch that I finished. And I'm putting their PJs, their blankies, comforters, all of that into this big hamper so I can transfer it. Oh, they wanted to say hi here. Look how cute they are, guys. All right. So now I also had forgot that behind the couch was these two big bags and this bin of clothes, of winter clothes that was in the closet during the summertime. So I took that out just so I can try it on the kids to see what fits, who, like what goes to who, what I need to save, what I need to put back for next year, stuff like that. Thankfully, majority everything out of that bag currently fits the baby. So I don't really have to buy anything right now. Of course, I'm pulling out the winter hats because out here now in Texas, it is getting cold. So yeah, I'm just bringing out all of the stuff that was in the closet that couldn't fit the boys last year. And I'm rotating out this year. And also when I was folding, I didn't show it because I felt like it was a lot of folding. There's a lot of folding happening in this video, but I had cut off a part where all of their summer shorts and stuff, I had put them also in a bag when I was folding to put away for next year. So yeah, so now I'm just gonna go through this second one, of course, trying it on. They wanted some juice, so they got that. I don't know about y'all, but moms, when y'all give y'all toddlers juices, do y'all drink some out of it first and then give it to them? Like, I notice I do that because I don't be wanting them to waste it. So I would drink like 1/4 of it and then give it to them. And no, I don't feel bad. I definitely don't. But anyway, yeah, so I'm here going through the PJs and stuff of that nature. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm hurting, guys, and I'm trying to find a way to like talk to you guys, but without spilling too much of my business at the same time, because I'm also new to this platform. But guys, I'm hurting. Like, if you guys have any advice for just a person going through separation, even if it's not divorce, anything of that nature, please comment it down below. Any words of wisdom, words of encouragement, like that would really help me right now, because that's a big part of the reason why I took this long of a break One, because my Cali trip took a minute and all of this. Oop. Next scene, we are in the bedroom. So here I am explaining that this is the same system as the kids' room. They're going to take that whole drawer. My clothes is going to go in the bottom. Their clothes is going to go in the top. And everything else will stay the same in my closet for me. I will clean up that bottom part. And yeah, so that's what I was explaining. This drawer, as you know, half for the baby, half for Yasu. So now we are going to get an overview with how the bedroom looks, and I will be cleaning the bedroom. So I'm going to put everything that I had folded from the living room onto here, and we are going to tackle this room. So now, like I was saying, guys, if you guys have any type of words of encouragement, like I would really appreciate it, because I don't really know how to navigate my feelings, and I'm a type of person that likes to run away from her feelings, and that's another part on why me and my my children's father is going through what we're going through at the moment. Any type of words of encouragement will definitely help. So now I lift up Yasu's bed so I can clean up my corner of the room. Yes, it was messy, pizza boxes, food, drinks, the whole nine. I didn't care to clean because I was depressed, and I was also trying to heal from my California trip that I will explain to you in a second. But yeah, guys, like things is hard. I'm praying that it don't happen and my family do stay together, but like I said before, y'all, I can't force anybody to be with me, so it is what it is. Anyway, I had switched Lexington's bed, like put the head towards this side, because I noticed it was just better for me whenever I'm trying to get like in and out to that corner, because that corner of the bed is where I usually lay. So I'm just going to be cleaning it, sanitizing his bed a little bit, and re-putting the sheets back on. Same with Lenny. So now, bear with me, guys. As y'all know, I be jumping topics. Like, I be stopping in the middle of the story so I could tell y'all what's going on in the video a little bit and then hop back. So please try to follow. If you can't, let me know, like, if you guys don't like when I do that, so I can, try other methods of talking that will best suit you guys. But for now, I'm gonna be jumping a little bit back and forth with things between what I'm doing in the video and what's going on in life. So now let's get to the California trip. Now, the California trip, what was that about? I don't know or remember if I had told you guys, but I booked the trip to California because the medical like the whole medical world here in Texas is not great. The medical care is trash, especially with a person of my amount of issues. I need top notch, and Stanford is top notch. So what I had did back at towards the end of October, I had booked a flight to California so I can admit myself and get the treatment that I'm not getting here, so I can get a few months supplies of my medication, and within 3-4 months do it all over again. So this trip that I had did was kind of like a trial run, and I'm happy I did it because overall it went really, really good. The only thing that I will do differently next time is, instead of booking the flights round trip from the start, I'm just going to book it one way, like one way, because I had to reschedule my flight twice when I thought I was leaving the hospital a specific day, but ended up staying longer because I had to do a whole bunch of like crap. So yeah, so that's the only thing that I would change next time. In a few months, I'm gonna do this again around January, February time. So when I do go back around January, February, I will only just do one-way ticket, and when I'm ready to leave the hospital, I will do my ticket for the next day. And whenever I do get out the hospital, depending on how I'm feeling, I can either choose to go to the airport straight away, or I can choose to stay at a hotel the night before and then hop on a flight. Now, the great thing about all of this is that where we lived at in Cali, like it's not like we didn't live far from the airport, right? So I got off at San Jose Airport and I just took a cab to Stanford Hospital. The ride was about 35 miles and it cost me roughly the same price, like $35. And there's tons of cheap hotels near the airport area. So whenever I do this again, it's not like it's gonna like it sounds like a lot, but it's really not. It's just hopping on a 3 hour flight, get there, take a cab straight to the hospital, do what I gotta do. When it's time to dip, I take a cab to the hotel next to the airport, get me a room for the night or whatever the case may be, and dip out, the next day or later that night, however the flight is set up. So it's really not that bad, and that's how simple it did go. So I'm happy that the trial one went well. Now, quick intermission. So here I am going through the drawer because their dad had just tossed shit all in the drawer without like no regards. So I had to empty everything out, refold, and reorganize. So right here, I'm just putting all of the clothes that I had folded in the living room back into their designated space. So the drawers that I'm doing right now is for Lexington, just like in their room, how that side was for Lexington and the other side towards the back is for the baby. So that's just really their clothes, socks, underwears, and stuff that I am putting and fixing. Now, it's funny because I thought that I wasn't gonna have like that much space. Of course, there's still some things that are in their closet, that's in their bedroom, but I still have like a crap ton of space anyway because this whole dresser right here was for their dad, right? All five drawers was for their dad, and one of them is for me, and I still keep one of them, the top that's in the far back. And in the closet, all of my clothes are hung up, and yours and in the dresser that's the stand up one, like the taller one. So it's really not taking up much space. Like it's literally just replacing what dad had with what the kids have, like literally. So anyway, back to folding a crap ton more. This is their outside clothes, like their sweatsuits and all of that jazz, and I think a little bit of my clothes, so I can, start putting them in the closet. But anyway, back to the story. So I was saying that it sounds like it's a lot of work doing all of that, but it was extremely smooth. Like even when it was coming back home to Dallas, I had booked my flight, left the hotel, went paid like $5-10 for the Uber because like I said, it's right down the block from where our old apartment used to live, and we lived literally less than 2 miles from the San Jose airport. So I know that area pretty well. So I booked the cheap room, and when it was time for me to go that morning, my flight was at 5 a.m. So I left the hotel around 3, took a $10 Uber, got to the airport, checked in, asked for a wheelchair. They wheeled me to the gate, waited for my flight. 3 hours later, I got to Dallas, took a Uber, got in the house, and took a nap until everybody got home. Like it really was that simple. Now, the process don't change when it comes to how much I need to like rest when I'm out the pen. Because I'll be telling y'all, like when I be coming out the pen, I be needing like a few days to a week to recuperate and to just actually like be back to normal, to be able to do chores and errands and all that jazz. But sadly, I didn't get that this time. Like, but it don't bother me because I'm used to it, y'all. Like, there's many times in my life where I wasn't able to recuperate for the amount of time that is needed, and that's fine. Like, I'm used to it. It's whatever. So that's that. But all of this is hard, y'all. Like homie hit me with the separation notice when I was in the hospital. So imagine how that was, me being in the hospital dealing with all the shit that I'm dealing with health wise, just to get hit with, like this is done type shit. Like it was just a whole lot. Like these men, y'all pitiful. Like I'm starting to lose so much faith in this species. Y'all don't even understand. But it's all right though, because I have to be strong for my kids. Like they're literally the only thing that's keeping me strong. That little one that you see right there, well technically he's the big one. Lexington, he's the mama's boy. He's the one that be wiping my tears, that be hugging me when I'm crying. Like that's my baby. Lenny, he's not the affectionate type. He's the type that'll look at you like, you crying? Okay, when are you gonna be done? Oh, you are done? Okay, go get me some juice. Like, he's literally that type of little, boy, that boy be. Listen, I love my kids equally, but obviously they're both different and they both, hit my needs differently. Lexington is the one that's mainly helping me throughout this. One, because he's older and he's starting to understand, and two, because he's the mama's boy, the affectionate one, the loving one, where so the other one is more independent and he don't really care about none of that shit. He don't care. So anyway, I was getting tight with this bed because this, like, y'all know how many times I had did this shit wrong, man. This was like the third time and I was over it. But finally got it and I'm like, you know what? This is just the best it's gonna be. Yeah. This was later that night, by the way. It's funny because it was past the kids' bedtime, but I couldn't sleep because, I had a lot on my mind. So I was just like, you know what? Let me just finish settling the room and then I'll rest. Because I'm the type of person, I can't function in clutter, and it was clutter everywhere. Like the house was mayhem. Because like I said, all of the boys' things were dirty. They were all over the place because, we changed rooms. Everything was just everywhere. So, even though I was exhausted, this was probably like the second or the third day that I had just came back from California. So I wasn't feeling well. I kept taking a lot of breaks. Obviously, you don't really see it here, but I took breaks. But for the most part, like, I really was just trying to get this done. Like, I was just trying to get it done. Hopefully next week, guys, like, I'll feel better enough to give you a better video, a better quality video. Mentally, y'all, I can't do it right now. Like, mentally, I tried to do, the kitchen and the this and the that, and I couldn't, guys. Like, I'm being straight up with y'all. I couldn't. Like, I can't even eat. Like, I'm barely even eating. Ooh, look at the end of the room. Nice, basic, cute. Now, back to folding some more clothes. But yeah, y'all, like, I can't eat. I lost like 11 pounds. One, because I'm on a new chemotherapy, so that's already been a journey within itself. And two, because of, my depression. And it's crazy because, like, with being a mom, it's like I don't even have time to be depressed. Like, you know how, like, when life be lifing and you want to grieve, and it's like I want to grieve so bad, but I barely could grieve other than just shedding a few tears. I can't grieve because I got to get up and take care of these kids. Like, who's going to do it? You know what I'm saying? If I'm sitting here crying, can't get out of bed, and who going to do it? So it sucks that I'm not able to grieve, but at the same time, y'all, I think it's for the better because I'm also keeping myself busy, like, by not thinking about it. But all of this is hard. It's hard. Like, trying to find resources is for myself is hard for what we're gonna do when this divorce finalizes. Like, everything is fucking hard. And in the state of Texas, like, Texas is fucking trash, man. The only thing I can say about here so far is that it's a lot of space and cost of living is cheap. But when it comes to, like, getting help from the government and all of this other stuff, like, they don't really help you as much. And it's unfortunate in my situation because I'm disabled. I have a condition where it makes it really hard to fucking work because I'm gonna be missing days after days after days spontaneously. And what company's gonna keep you, during that? And not only that, it's like I can't even apply for food stamps, emergency housing, this, that, that. I can't do none of that until my divorce is final, right? Until it's fucking final. And mind you, we made an agreement to stay in this apartment until the lease is up. The lease is up in a few months. So if I'm not divorced by then, honey, like, I'm like, what am I gonna do? Because, like I said, I won't be able to apply for any benefits until the divorce goes through. Gonna do? Where am I gonna be at in the meantime? Like, all of that is just things that's running through my head every day, guys. And I really do ask y'all to bear with me because it's a lot of shit. Like, I've never been through this before. I'm still trying to fight for my family and I'm still praying and I'm still trying to keep my head up and I'm trying to pray to God, to help give me a chance to reconcile my family so me and him can reconcile this and won't have to go through all of it. But like I said before, y'all, this is something that he is adamant that he wants, and I ain't no pick me bitch. Like, if you showing me that you don't want me after I'm constantly trying to, like, get my family back, and you showing me that this shit is a dub, then it's a dub. Because like I said, I ain't no pick me. And if you showing me that you don't want me, then you don't want me. Like, it's clip. So anyway, excuse for my bootay, my little Chinese butt all in y'all face, but my closet is small as fuck. And right here, I am switching my clothes from the top to the bottom. I was gonna think about leaving the kids in the bottom, but I was like, nah. Like, I think it'll be better with their clothes in the top, so it's just more out in the open and I can see it better. So that's why I'm switching me to the bottom so they can have the top for themselves. Um, of course, mommy's helper came here, and he didn't come here to help me. He came here to harass me for them magnet tiles that I was hiding up there. Like, my kids love magnet tiles, and I love them too, but I be taking it away from them because sometimes instead of playing with them, they be using it as ice skates. Like, bro, this ain't no rollerblade or ice skating for y'all to be doing this all around the house with these tools. And then when y'all get hurt and break y'all tooth, oh, mommy, like, mommy, what? Didn't I tell you to sit down? And now you're crying to me talking about mommy, mommy. Oh, please. Anyway, y'all. So yeah, so here I am. The clothes that y'all just saw me fold, which is their outside clothes, sweatsuits, sweaters, all of that jazz. I'm hanging up right now. Towards the front of the closet is for the baby, and all the way in the back is for Lexington. And in the top of the closet is going to be reserved for their pre-K books, their reading books, their diapers. The wipes is the same system as their room, as you can see it a little bit to the right. And yeah, I'm running out of diapers. I've never been this low before, but when I get my money up, I will repurchase. But your girl is kind of broke right now. Like, sadly, I need to save all my money to be able to try and get an apartment after, all of this happens, if me and him end up separating, like, completely. So here I am just doing some of their PJs. My kids have so much matching PJs. Like, I am so guilty for that. And I really need to stop. Like, and I added like 3 more matching sets from Temu that y'all will see in the next video. And in my head, I'm like, yo, girl, like, you really need to pump your brakes on these matching PJs. Because my kids have way too much fucking clothes. Like, way too many clothes. But I love matching them. And one thing about me is I will go without, like, majority of my clothes I've had since high school, since like early 20s, and I don't care. Like, I rather my kids have. I need them to have clothes, to have shoes, to have sweaters, hats, gloves, all of that, and mommy could stay in something from 2010. Like, I will be okay, Trends change all the time, so being pressed for clothes ain't really nothing. I really mainly be worried about them, and y'all know how I am with when it comes to them and they shit with their wipes, their diapers, all that. I don't really gotta explain it because y'all see the type of mama that I am. So this whole caddy thing, this 6-7 shelf caddy is all matching PJs. Like, if I'm not mistaken, like, two of those cabbies, two of those little thingies are just regular PJs that aren't matched, but majority of them are matching PJs. So here is an overlook at the end. I still had some more stuff left, but I was extremely tired. As you can see, 3 buckets still full of clothes and stuff, but I wasn't doing it. Sorry, that's the most y'all get. Now, let's go over to the bathroom. I freaking hate doing the bathroom. Look at the tub. Like, the tub had a ring around it. Toilet had a ring around it. Like, y'all, I was down bad. I still am down bad, but at least I'm able to get up and do shit now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still down, but I'm just in a little better place than I was before because I'm able to get up and do things. So now we're going to be cleaning the sink. All of these is just products that I had. I'm sorry, my phone just started ringing out of nowhere. I'm not redoing this little part. So yeah, but anyway, all of this was like still mixture of dad's products and my products. So I had separated what I needed to separate and put all of his stuff in the kids' bathroom because that's the bathroom he uses since he's living in the kids' room. I took new toothbrushes out for them for whenever they get ready in my room in the morning. They still have toothbrushes and stuff in their bathroom too, but I still want to have in mine so I don't have to be in their father's face, you know? So I'm just gonna, do a little bit tidying up. To be honest with you guys, like I didn't do nothing crazy in this bathroom. Like I ain't mop, I ain't sweep. Like the most I did was vacuum, clean the tub, the sink, and the toilet, and I just kept it at that. I don't care to do anything else because realistically, it's just me. Like, so what am I doing all this extra shit for? If it's not really needed at the moment, like I'm good. I'll Swiffer it sometime next week, but for now, like I said, it's just me that's in the bathroom. So it really was fine with just a vacuum session and just cleaning up, the surfaces and stuff. So that's what I'm doing here. I did one half. Now I'm going to do the second half. Clean the mirror, clean the inside of the sink. And yeah, it was pretty quick. All this stuff is for me, as I said. So I just kind of really was just getting everything together so it can kind of be back, to a little bit sense of normalcy. So yeah. But guys, please let me know if you guys had made it to the end of this video. Let me know if y'all see that your girl is almost at 700 subscribers. Like, guys, 700 subscribers, and I started in June. Can y'all believe it? Like, y'all really rocking with me, and I fuck with y'all so much, and I thank you guys so much for rocking with me. I'm gonna try to get on my Zoom. Like, I'm gonna try and introduce like day in the life reels or shorts, whatever y'all call it. Like, I want to start expanding a little bit with what I do on this channel. It's just a lot is going on at the moment. So, I'm back in school too. I don't know if I had told you guys that, but I am doing online school to finish my degree in substance abuse and human services. Back in Brooklyn, before I had got married and had kids, I was getting my associates in it. And I literally only had my internship to do, but then COVID hit, and then y'all already know, from there. So my program has shut down and I wasn't able to finish my internship. So years later, which was a few months ago, I decided to enroll into SNHU, and instead of just doing an associate programs, to just switch it over to a bachelor's program, a bachelor's online program. And this is my second semester. So far, so good. Last semester, I got an A minus and a B plus in my class. I am an AB student, so to me, it's not surprising. To be honest with you guys, this semester, I really think I'm going to be getting C's and D's, mainly because I'm late with all of my submissions. I'm not really putting in as much work, and that's because of just everything that's going on, and that's really me being honest. So when I do get that grade, hopefully not, because I'm trying to put my all back into it so I can have something else to focus on other than my life falling apart. But for the most part, y'all, things is coming together. So I'm going to try to get on my Zoom and give y'all some more content so we can get monetized and start getting these coins, you know. But definitely let me know what you guys want to see, the type of content y'all want to see, because this is for y'all. Like, it's for me too, but it's mainly for y'all. And I want to give you guys what you're interested in and what you guys want to see. So now, as you can see, I am cleaning the tub. I love this little scrubby thing. I sat down the whole time. My tub drain is a little bit slow, so that's why the Ajax water was a little backed up. But nonetheless, the shit still got cleaned. Cleaned it up. It took a minute for the water and all of the Ajax to finish dissolving, but once it did, I put the mat back on and I sprayed some more cleaner on it and cleaned that because that was a little filthy. And yeah, and honestly, that was really all I had to do with my bathroom. Next video, I'm going to give you guys kitchen, living room, the whole jazz. Hopefully my mental is okay for me to still be doing that. But if not, I'm still gonna drop a little something like I did today, just so you guys can have some type of content and to be aware of just everything that's going on and have an update. So thank you guys for rocking with me. This is an overview of the bathroom. It ain't perfect, but I did what I had to do. It's clean. And yeah, thank you, and please check me out for my next video. I love you guys. Subscribe, 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 share, tell a friend, and catch me back for the next one. 1,000 subscribers. Here we come, y'all. Here we come. 1,000. Thank you.